The grade 11s, so I'm going through exercise 1.7 with you. And you have chosen 4 to do, so you have chosen the first one as 1b. Okay, so we have 5 to the x minus 25, 5 to the x minus 1 equals 0. So just like a normal binomial equals 0, we're going to solve for each one separately. So we get 5 to the x is equal to 25, or 5 to the x is equal to 1. Okay, what I need to do now is I need to get bases the same on both sides. So 5 to the x is equal to 5. Now, 5 to the what gives us 25? It's 5 squared. Okay, now that the bases are the same, we can equate the exponents. Therefore, x is equal to 2. Then for this one, 5 to the x is equal to 5 to the power of something gives us 1, and that must be 0. Remember, anything to the power of 0 is 1. Now that the bases are the same, we can equate the exponents. Therefore, x is equal to 0. Okay, the next one you've chosen is 1g. We've got 9 to the x plus 1 minus 10 times 3 to the x plus 1 equals 0. Now, anything to the power of a variable, so in this case to the x, the base must be prime. So if we have a look at this one here, we've got to the power of x, that base is prime. Over here, we've got to the power of x plus 1, it's still a variable. Look at the base here, it is not prime. So I need to prime factorize that first, so that will be 3 squared. And now remember that 9, which is 3 squared, was to the power of x plus 1. Minus 10 times 3 to the x plus 1 equals 0. If you've got something to the power of something raised to another power, you need to multiply the exponents. So we need to multiply that 2 with the x and the 2 with the 1. So we get here 3 to the power of 2x plus 2 minus 10 times 3 to the x plus 1 equals 0. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to split this one. Remember, we use that law, so if bases are the same and you multiplying, you add the exponents. So that's going in that direction. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse it. So I'm going to split this here, and this becomes 3 to the 2x times 3 to the 2 minus 10 times 3 to the x plus 1 equals 0. Okay, so 3 squared gives us 9. So this becomes 9 times 3 to the 2x minus 10 times 3 to the x plus 1 equals 0. All right. Now, from the worksheet video that I've done for you guys, remember, if you have an exponent that is double the other exponent, you are going to use a trinomial. Okay, so we need to factorize this trinomial, and we get 9, remember, half that, times 3 to the x, then 3 to the x, 1, 1, and our signs are going to be minus and minus. Okay, guys, please make sure you know how to factorize your trinomials. It is very important. Right, now I'm going to just solve here. So remember that this is equal to 0, so I take the 1 to the other side, divide by 9. So we get 3 to the x is equal to 1 over 9, or 3 to the x is equal to 1. Okay, so now I must just get bases the same. So we get 3 to the x is equal to 1 over 3 squared. I bring that to the top, and I get 3 to the x is equal to 3 to the minus 2. Now that the bases are the same, I can equate the exponents. So we get x is equal to minus 2. For this one over here, 3 to the x is equal to 3 to the power of 0. That gives us 1. Bases are the same, so we can equate the exponents, and we get x is equal to 0. Okay, so something to take from this, guys. Please make sure you know how to factorize your trinomials. Right, the next one that you've chosen is question 2a. Right, we've got 1 plus 2 to the power of 1 minus 2x is equal to 4.5 multiplied by 2 to the minus x. Okay, so first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this one, and then I'm going to change that 4.5 to a normal fraction. Okay, try not to work with decimals. So by splitting that, I'm just going to be using what I've done here, just reversing it. Okay, so we get 1 plus 2 to the 1 times 2 to the minus 2x equals. Now 4.5 is going to be 9 over 2 multiplied by 2 to the minus x. All I'm going to do now, just multiply through by the 2 to get rid of this denominator. So that will become 2 plus 2 times 2, 4 times 2 to the minus 2x equals 9 times 2 to the minus x. I'm going to take everything to the one side and then rearrange it in descending powers of x. So this one will go first. So we've got 4 times 2 to the minus 2x. That will become minus 9 times 2 to the minus x. And then we got plus 2 equals 0. So what I want you guys to notice here is the one power is double the other power. So you've got this is double that. So we're going to use a trinomial, okay? And to factorize that trinomial, it's going to be half of this one, which will give us that. So that's 2 to the minus x, 2 to the minus x. Then this is going to be 4 times, and then we're going to get a 1. And the other one should be 2. That's going to be minus, that's going to be minus. Okay, guys, again, please practice on your trinomials. So for this one over here, we get 2 to the minus x is equal to 1 over 4, or 2 to the minus x is equal to 2. I'm going to get bases the same here. So 2 to the minus x is equal to 1 over 2 to the 2. Bring it to the top. And we get 2 to the minus x is equal to 2 to the minus 2. Bases are the same. Equate the exponents. So minus x is equal to minus 2. That means that x is equal to 2. For this one here, we get 2 to the minus x is equal to 2 to the 1. Bases are the same, so we just equate the exponents. So minus x is equal to 1, so x is equal to minus 1. Okay. Then the last one that you guys have chosen is 2f. Right, 2f is 3 to the 2 minus x plus 2 to the 3 is equal to 3 to the x. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split this one. So we get 3 to the 2 times 3 to the minus x plus, now 2 to the 3 is just 8. Now guys, I can do that because it doesn't have a variable for the exponent, okay? Equals 3 to the x. Right, so this one is a little bit different from the other ones, just for the reason that one is not double the other one. Okay, you can see we've got minus 1 and we've got 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this. I'm going to put this in the denominator because that's what the negative is telling us. Plus 8 equals 3 to the x. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply through by this denominator. I'm going to multiply everything by 3 to the x to get rid of that denominator. So if I multiply this by 3 to the x, I'm left with 3 to the 2 plus 8 times 3 to the x equals. Now remember, if I multiply this by 3 to the x, if bases are the same and we're multiplying, we add the exponents. So x plus x is 2x. So we get 3 to the 2x. Okay. I'm just going to take everything to that side. The reason being is because I want my highest power of x to be positive. So we get 0 is equal to 3 to the 2x. Take that, we get minus 8 times 3 to the x. Take that to the other side, and then we just square it, becomes minus 9. Okay, so we've got a trinomial now, and we can factorize that trinomial because we've got one power is double the other power. Okay, so if we factorize this, we get half of this one will give us that. So we get 3 to the x, 3 to the x, and we get minus 9 and plus 1. All right. So that means that 3 to the x is equal to 9, and then or 3 to the x is equal to minus 1. Get bases the same here. So we get 3 to the x is equal to 3 squared. The bases are the same. Equate the exponents. So x is equal to 2. Now with this one, grade 11s, this is a positive number. We cannot have a positive equals a negative. Okay, so for this one, there is no solution. All right, guys, thanks.